Hey, y'all. Welcome to a special episode of Forked Up this week. We are doing something a little different. Today, that this would be airing, is Thanksgiving. So
happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
So happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Well, it's the day after Thanksgiving when it airs.
The day after Thanksgiving, you're correct.
Yeah.
Technically Black Friday. And obviously, y'all are all at home watching this shit and not shopping, as we have been telling y'all for years to not participate in Black Friday. And we know y'all wouldn't do that. So
Not to us.
not even worried about it.
Not after you ate our delicious stuffing. You wouldn't betray us by participating in Black Friday in person. Monsters.
This shit's exploitive. But yeah, we're not doing a traditional outline like we normally do. We're not doing food news or recalls or none of that. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna have a Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it short and sweet for y'all because I know that stuffing coma is coming back.
Y'all got dishes still sitting in the sink, so I know what y'all got planned for the rest of the day.
We're gonna talk Thanksgiving plans, our cooking. We're gonna talk gratitude, and we've got a Thanksgiving bracket.
But speaking of Thanksgiving dishes that y'all have cooked, Michelle, what are you making for Thanksgiving this year?
Well, it's just going to be me and my girlfriend Kyria this year, keeping it low-key, like I like. I'm doing pot pies. Mm-hmm. I am doing our stuffing.
The vegetable pot pie. I know I said it last week, but that is one of my absolute favorite. Because what it is, if you guys know our food well enough, you probably taste another recipe that's in that pot pie. And what that is loosely based off of
the chickpea
and dumplings.
Yeah.
Obviously no dumplings.
Yes.
Because that is the pie.
Yeah, and I'm mixing it up this year. I'm going to do a top and bottom crust with our flaky pie crust from the new book, Brave New Meal.
Okay, getting fancy with it.
And I got 5-inch pie pans.
Nice.
So,
okay, sizable.
Yeah, well, but like also individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to do 2 for the day, but I'm going to make 6 and put the other 4 in the freezer.
Gotcha. Yeah,
smart. And doing that, I'm doing the stuffing from our website.
Our sourdough herb stuffing. Which even though that this is airing after Thanksgiving, that is a solid year-round recipe.
It's a November to March for me because if I make it any other time of the year,
it plays very well into December.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm doing those, and I'm doing a side of green beans, and then Kyria has requested mashed potatoes.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're really carbing it up, y'all.
Nice.
What about you? What's on your menu?
So because I have 2 Thanksgivings technically, one I thought I was cooking for, but I found out just recently that we are not doing Thanksgiving, so we are going to get sushi, which I'm very excited about. So I don't have to cook for that one.
So you're going to carbo load the night before Thanksgiving on sushi?
100%.
Okay.
But then we are going to visit my girlfriend's family down in San Diego, and I'm making the sourdough herb stuffing, obviously. It's a staple.
Neither one of us, we both basically refuse to participate in Thanksgiving if we don't get to eat that stuffing.
It's like honestly, when I was making the menu, I was trying to think of things that I want to eat.
Yeah, and that's the only requirement I have.
Because they're gonna have the turkey, they're gonna have the things that they the traditional staples, but gotta have the stuffing, gotta have the mac and cheese with the hot sauce breadcrumbs.
That's from book 3. That's a banger.
Which is from our 3rd book. It was on the cover. And then, I'm doing a garlicky green bean dish, which is not anything that we have on our website or anything.
Yeah, but it's a thing we make.
Yeah. And then, the 4th one is the quinoa pilaf with the Brussels sprout and cranberries, which is also another banger.
Every year, if we ever so that dish we've had on our site for a long time. And every time we promo, which isn't every year, we go a couple of years, then we promo it. People love that dish.
Yeah, I think that we said in the caption, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, you've been cooking them wrong. I was picky about Brussels sprouts until the first year that we had the company, and you made that dish, and I was like, this is phenomenal. This is how Brussels sprouts should taste.
But I forget how much people love it. And people were just going off in the comments. They're like, I've been making this for 8 years. It made me feel so good that it's not my dish anymore. It's everybody's dish. Mm-hmm. But I always forget how popular that one is. It's probably one of our top 10 most popular recipes.
How Marxist of you. This is the collective dish. This is our dish.
This is our.
These are our Brussels sprouts.
From our collective labor.
Yeah. It does feel like there should be some kind of hierarchy of dishes, of like priority, that if you had to take an entire menu, you're like, we have to have, even if it's just a small Thanksgiving like you and I are doing, we have to have these 2 or 3 things. You know, there should be priority dishes is what I'm saying.
Well, luckily for you, Matt Holloway, I built a Thanksgiving dish bracket.
Which I'm very excited to get into.
So we can get down to both our final 6, our final 2, our final 4, and then the winner of the Thanksgiving bracket, the ultimate.
The only dish that you need.
Yes.
If you're doing Thanksgiving for 1 or 2 or whatever, you just need this one dish. And we're going to figure that out for y'all right here.
Right here, right now. All right, first up, we have turkey versus gravy.
Okay, not a secret how I feel about turkey. Turkey is dry. If it was that good, we'd eat it the rest of the year, not once a year.
No, yeah. I'm not talking about turkey and turkey sandwiches. Like, we're talking about Thanksgiving.
We're not talking deli turkey here. We're talking like going to get a bird, complaining about how expensive it is,
and roasting the whole thing.
Spending all fucking day babysitting it in the oven when you could be rotating other dishes in and out of the oven.
Other deliciousness.
Yeah, but that turkey somehow has priority, even though it's dry as shit.
And it's in the middle of the table, the space of honor.
And no one ever eats the whole fucking bird.
No.
And after the holiday, going into Christmas and the New Year's, you still have Thanksgiving turkey in the freezer. So turkey, in my book, get rid of it. Turkey's done.
All right. Gravy is the clear winner.
Gravy's moving on. Gotta have gravy.
Right.
Gravy is also, you can use that for multiple things.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be meat-based. As you well know, we have our cremini gravy on the website and our creamy onion gravy. Boom, 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 boom. All right, up next.
I'm drinking, y'all. For the listeners, those watching can see this beer go down. I'm treating this episode like the
last day of school.
Yeah, like the night before Thanksgiving, and you're in your hometown, and everyone's at the neighborhood bar. So that's this episode.
All right, up next we have green beans versus Brussels sprouts. That's a hard one.
So being a recent convert to Brussels sprouts, and like, I don't know, green beans we kind of eat year round in a lot of different dishes. So like green beans aren't bringing a whole lot to the table, especially if it's a casserole. You know that's going to be some aunt or uncle that they just dialed it in.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and it's really a showcase for the fried onions on top. Green bean casserole.
For real. Like let's just get straight to the fried onions, put a spoon in there, and then you can sprinkle that on any other dish that you want. We don't need green beans for that.
Okay, we're doing I love green beans. I love green beans.
No hate to green beans. All hate to turkey. No hate to green beans.
Yeah, but on Thanksgiving, you're right.
Brussels sprouts are moving on.
I want Brussels. All right. Stuffing versus greens. You know I love a pot of greens, but I have to give it up to stuffing. I have to give it up to stuffing.
Yeah, I fucking love greens. Gotta go with stuffing. This is the only time of the year that it gets to shine. You should have done stuffing versus turkey. I don't like this bracket.
All right, now we have cranberry sauce versus pecan pie.
Cranberry sauce. No hesitation.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be an easy one. All right.
I don't know about y'all. Pecans, they just,
All right. Well, up next, we have mashed potatoes versus hot dish. Now, hot dish is a regional food. So
it really does just say hot dish.
Hot dish. Think of it like a pot pie, but on top, it's usually tater tots.
Okay. So would it always be some kind of like starchy thing? Like what's?
Yeah. It's like it's a creamy, veggie, sometimes meaty thing underneath the tater tots. Or mashed potatoes. I think you got to go mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. Got to go mashed potatoes. I don't know what the fuck a hot dish is, so I'm not going to vote for it.
Sorry, Midwest. I gave it a shot. All right. Sweet potato casserole versus pumpkin pie.
Kind of the same. I
don't like marshmallows.
See, sweet potato casserole, the only thing that they're really doing there, it's those marshmallows. They're doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. And honestly, most people go way overboard. And then they serve it at dinner like it is not a super sweet dish. Like, it's not dessert. It is dessert.
There's a fine line between choosing to do the green bean casserole or the sweet potato casserole.
It's the same person.
That's the same person. They're making one of those two dishes.
Yeah. I go pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
All right. We have candied yams versus Jell-O salad, another regional food.
I don't think I've ever had. Is Jell-O salad like a thing?
Yeah. Especially Midwest and part of the South. Jell-O salad. Like, sometimes they call it like pistachio salad.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No.
Neither do I. Let's
Get
go
rid of
candied
it.
yams.
I'm not voting for these things I've never heard of. I'm from Texas. I've never heard of this shit.
Yeah, well, count your lucky stars. Pistachio salad takes up a lot of space in my family's table with the lime Jell-O and the pistachios and like the cool.
I'll tell y'all what I'm grateful for this year, that I've never had that shit. That's what I'm grateful for.
All right, last but not least, we have pot pie versus mac and cheese. It's the Thanksgiving table. Which one are you missing?
Mac and cheese.
I know. It's got to be mac and cheese.
I love pot pies, but mac and cheese, you gotta have. Look, I mean, it's so.
But mac and cheese is also a regional Thanksgiving food. It's getting more national, like more.
Would you say like mac and cheese is like
more
southern,
southern.
like a southern thing? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
All right, guys. Now we're on to our next level. Okay, so we have gravy versus Brussels.
Gravy. Versatility alone, gravy.
Gravy. All right.
No hate to Brussels sprouts again, but gravy, you could just, anything could be swimming in that. Got to be on the table.
Stuffing versus cranberry sauce.
Stuffing.
Stuffing. Yes,
Stuffing.
Matt. Yes. Yes.
It's the easiest bracket ever.
Stuffing. Okay. Pumpkin pie versus mashed potatoes.
What's got to be on the table?
What's got to be on the table? We have gravy and we have stuffing.
We got gravy, stuffing, and then the other option would be to have mashed potatoes or what?
Mashed potatoes or pumpkin pie. Me personally, in my heart,
I want like colcana though. Like what kind of mashed potatoes are we talking
whatever
about?
mashed potatoes you like.
Yeah, gotta have. I'm not big on dessert, so I'm gonna go with mashed potatoes, and I'm specifically gonna say colcana.
I will say mashed potatoes because I will take most mashed potatoes over most pumpkin pie. But the best pumpkin pie versus mashed potatoes, I go pumpkin pie. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying I get
find the Irish people in the studio.
I'm just saying there's a bigger room for error,
Sure.
I think, with pumpkin pie. So we're going mashed. Okay. All right, mashed potatoes. Okay, we've got candy yams versus mac and cheese. That one's fucking easy. That's mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
That's mac and cheese. You got to do it. You got to do it. Oh, man. This is where it gets hard. This is where it gets really hard. All right. We got gravy. All right. Versus stuffing.
Stuffing.
Oh, shit. All right. Now we have mac and cheese versus mashed potatoes. It's carb versus carb here at Forked Up. Who do we pick?
Mac and cheese. Gotta have mac and cheese. So what?
I raised you so well. That is the right answer. That is the fucking right answer. So it's stuffing versus mac and cheese. And I want y'all to know I would happily have either.
Well, I mean, these are the two dishes that I said that I'm making.
Yeah, that are
you
required.
You gotta have these on the table.
And I'm saying only one is absolutely required for me on Thanksgiving. It could be the only dish on the Thanksgiving table and it will feel like Thanksgiving to me. And that is fucking stuffing.
Yeah.
Dressing if you like.
Yeah.
Some people get really bent out of shape if you call it stuffing and you don't actually stuff it into a bird. Then they want you to call it dressing. But I say stuffing.
Really?
Yeah.
What a weird fucking hill.
I think if stovetop stuffing, it's stovetop stuffing for your microwave oven.
That's boxing.
Yeah, but if they can call it stuffing, I can call it stuffing. And that was my OG favorite food. So stuffing is the winner of our bracket.
If you could have
Yes, I was hoping it was, because sometimes you see those like candy bar brackets and then like somehow
Some
like
son of a bitch sneaks it out.
Yeah, Almond Joy wins somehow, and you're like, how is this possible? But you go back through and you're like, Reese's had an unfair matchup early, and
and they got knocked out. Yeah.
But
no, if you could have one dish on your table, if you're doing Thanksgiving alone, or if you're cooking a dish, stuffing has got to be it.
Stuffing is it.
And if you are still looking for a recipe for the next holiday, we are not out of the holiday season right now.
No.
Beastlessfeast.com. We got a gang of recipes. How many? 60 plus?
Yeah,
Something like that?
60 plus.
We can make a cookbook out of how many fucking recipes we got on that page. Beastlessfeast.com. We are still knee deep in the holiday season. Anything that you guys are eating over the next month or so, be sure to visit beastlessfeast.com. We got you.
Yeah, tag us. We want to see everything you guys cooked. And we're just so thankful. Speaking, of the holidays.
I want to see the things y'all didn't cook. Show me the family embarrassing. Show me the shit.
Show me the pie on the ground.
People brought that they just put on the counter.
Yeah. Show me the gravy from KFC and the mashed potatoes.
We should we should just start shaming family members. When you have something on the table, just start out loud, who made this? Who brought this?
Remember one time we went to your aunt and uncle's house, and it was the counter was full of pies. Every single one was store-bought, except for the one I brought.
Mm-hmm.
And
first one to disappear, too.
That's right. That's right. They didn't even take off the stickers, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even take off the stickers. Mine gone. Only vegan option.
I'll say that. In terms of holiday behavior, going on beer number 2. Here we go. We are sipping this week, y'all. In terms of holiday behavior, better to show up with something store-bought
than nothing
at all.
Absolutely.
Don't come empty-handed. If you are going to come empty-handed, because I understand that not everybody can cook and not everybody has money to even just get a store-bought anything, and that's okay. Get in the dish pit.
Yeah. Immediately elect yourself for a dish to be like, hey, I didn't have a chance to grab anything. You don't need to explain anything else other than that. Be like, I'm on dish duty. I'm clearing
a dish in the sink.
I'm clearing the table. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I got you. Also, I think a good thing to bring is Martinelli's sparkling cider. If you don't know if people are drinking, if you don't know, if there's going to be kids there or not, and you have $4, get a bottle of Martinelli's sparkling cider. Not a plug. Just my favorite. It could be.
It can be.
But I think that is a good catch-all beverage to bring.
Sure.
It seems a little fancy, but there's no alcohol.
Kids love it.
Michelle loves it.
Yeah.
And it's relatively affordable, and I think it's a thing that nobody will be mad if there's more than one bottle of.
What you're not going to do on Thanksgiving, if we're going to talk about egregious behavior, is that you're not going to help. Or not help.
Yeah.
Is that if you're not going to cook and you're not going to clean, you got to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Or you got to set the table and you got to clear the table.
Yeah. Make yourself useful.
Yeah.
Unless you're great grandma or great grandpa or grandma or grandpa, then you can do as you like. You don't have to do shit.
Yeah, grandparents are excluded.
You don't have to do
There's
shit.
an asterisk next to that. So
everybody else, fucking get moving.
Yeah.
Get moving. And throughout the holiday weekend, make use of your leftovers. You always are going to have cranberry sauce leftovers. And so we have a cocktail on our website that uses the cranberry sauce. Do you remember what that's called?
I don't. Because I have had a couple beers.
Just look up cranberries.
Beastless Feast, it's on there.
Yeah,
there's a cranberry cocktail on the Beastless Feast page. That is, you utilize the leftover cranberry sauce, if there is any. If you made it right, if you used our recipe, there's not going to be any leftover.
But if there is, we have a cocktail for you. Also, you can use your leftover cranberry sauce in our blueberry marble thyme rolls. Just get rid of the blueberry jam in there. Replace it with the cranberry sauce you have, and hello, deliciousness.
That's smart. That's why Michelle's good at what she does.
Matt, what are you thankful for this year?
Honestly, I know this probably seems hokey and maybe nobody cares, but I'm really just thankful to still be here, I guess. I've talked openly about it, but in 2015, I had a really hard time with self-harm. And every year that passes, I am still grateful for the opportunity to not just be here physically, but like to be doing what I'm doing. And I have never lost sight of that. So every year that passes and every day that passes, I know how fortunate I am to not just be here, but to be healthy and to have the opportunities that I have and to be doing this silly fucking podcast. I wake up every morning, I put on my silly little outfit and do my silly little fucking dance.
He does put on a silly little outfit
how
every day.
amazing is my life?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful that like we turned in the book. Like
Yeah.
holy shit, that book almost didn't get made.
Yeah.
We put out 4 titles this year.
We published 4 books.
We re-released the back catalog and the 4th book, and that almost didn't happen. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful to have Michelle as a business partner. I don't think that I could do this with another person.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I have a dog that's amazing. Like life is dope.
Yeah. It could be worse. It could be way worse.
It could be way worse.
It's been way worse.
It has been way worse. And last year sucked. Most of this year sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am very thankful to still be here, to be doing what we're doing. I'm thankful for all the audience members and the people who have supported us through the years and continue to trust us.
Yeah, we're thankful for everyone who, joins us in the broiler room every weekend. It's so wonderful to get to connect one-on-one with you guys like that through our newsletters.
And if you're not signed up, theboilerroom.com.
Yeah. But it's been such a fun new project for us. And we've really enjoyed chatting with you guys all there.
But yeah, I just, lucky to be here, man. Anyways, but hey, what about you, Michelle? What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for getting through the last couple of years.
You've had it especially hard.
Yeah, I haven't really talked about it on the pod, but, I was supposed to get married and then I didn't. I got myself out of that relationship,
I'm glad that you did.
Which was no longer serving me and was causing me quite a bit of harm. And now I'm in a really loving and supportive relationship with Kyria, who I talk about all the time.
It's amazing.
It is so refreshing and so lovely. And I didn't think I would get to feel like this. And I'm so grateful for it. It's helping inspire better food, inspire better work. And I'm just so grateful that we've gotten through all of this stuff together. Like you were saying, Matt and I have been in business together now for over 10 years.
Fuck that.
It's crazy.
So we're about done, pretty much.
I mean, it's fucking nuts.
We got like another year or two before we're done with this.
The fact that we haven't fully murdered each other, anyone would have already killed each other, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
We've watched people who
Rise
have,
and
who have
fall.
been in business together alongside us in similar fields just absolutely kill each other and then never speak to each other ever again.
Yeah.
And business is tough. It's especially it's tough on its best days.
Yeah.
And doing it with somebody that you trust and you know that they have your back and your best interest as much as you do theirs is so hard to find.
Yeah, it's super difficult. And so I'm really grateful that we've been able to weather all of those storms together. And I'm grateful, like you were saying, for all of the support and the people following us through the rebrand and cooking our food. We did an interview earlier in the week with a publication called Green Matters. And
Oh no!
he spilled the beer all
It's a
over
good
the
thing
table.
there's no equipment on the table this week.
But he...
we'll just use a bracket to clean this up.
But we had an interview earlier in this week with Green Matters, and we were talking with them about how intimate it is when you guys cook our food. Like when I see you tag us in dishes that I've made my family, and now you're cooking them, especially for holidays or for birthday parties or everything like that, you trust us to feed you and your loved ones on those special days with our food and our recipes. It feels like you invited me into your house, and I'm so grateful for that. It never gets old. I'm always excited.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah,
Stop inviting us.
Or really really invite us.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful for that every time, especially when like the new book comes out, and every time I see somebody cook a dish, like the first person I see online cook a dish for the first time, I freak out. I want you guys to know that I freak out in my apartment, wherever I am. When I get the notification, I lose my mind. I think it's so amazing, and I am so grateful for that.
When we dropped Vice House, almost immediately, I would say within 12 hours, we had people cooking Vice House recipes, and that is such a weird feeling. But I am so grateful for everyone who makes our food, because it gets us out of bed every day.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
It's easy to lose sight of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then when we see you guys feeding yourselves and feeding your families with the dishes that we dreamed up, it all feels absolutely, completely worth it. So we are so thankful for you. Thank you for joining us here on Forked Up every week and listening to our nonsense. We will be back next week with a normal episode, as normal as they ever get. And we want to thank Caitlin Cleveland for spending this holiday week editing our silly nonsense. We want to thank you, the audience, for tuning in, washing those dishes left in the sink while you listen to us.
We're keeping it short this week. We know that y'all got to get down to the neighborhood bar and visit all the people you went to high school with. Why do we do that? We should have a national discussion about this problem.
I have a solution.
Yeah.
Don't go home.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say in regards to the holiday and businesses staying open and closed, shout out to Target for being the first, hopefully of many, to close their doors on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Don't shop on Thanksgiving, y'all.
Those employees deserve to be with their loved ones, or at the very least, to not be working.
Yes.
So shout out to Target for literally doing the bare minimum. It's not a lot to ask to close on holidays so that people can
apparently it is.
Enjoy it. But when these companies, we drag them when they fuck up, which is every episode. So when they do something right, we should praise them for that. Also, shout out to Brock Berrigan, who does our theme music for Forked Up. You guys can find him on any platform where you get your music. Highly recommend.
You know how to Google.
Yeah, Brock Berrigan.
Stay safe, keep cooking, and we'll see y'all next week.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody!
Bye.